ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up. First things first, don't do this rap shit to stand out. My plan's about to minimize the folks holding their hands out. Whether you on the corner bumming or they at your man's house, relying on government funds, crying cause they ran out. It's hard.
All right, and we are live. Welcome to the episode of Shop Talk After Hour. Here with my man Ernest and Quentin and Jason Andrew. How y'all doing today?
We good.
All right.
Everybody good.
Good. Good to see y'all. Hope you're having a good summer. All right, so our topic.
We all working, so.
Not all of us.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right.
Some of us working, some of us on vacation.
You're right.
Yeah, so first thing we're gonna talk a little bit about here is Zion Williams, and I'm just gonna play the video right here. And,
hey, hold. Before we get to that, I just got to say something.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to start off RIP to everybody that lost their life on that submarine. That's tragic. But my thing is this, man. And Jason, maybe you can answer this question for me. First, I'm gonna say this.
You know,
let
Jason got
history
that bread.
history.
He could have been on.
Let history stay in history. We ain't that interested in what the hell happened to the Titanic. It's the reason why nobody can find it, and the reason why it's so below sea level. So, Jason, my question is to you. I think you know where I'm going with this, right?
Come on.
Why in the hell? First of all, let me ask you a question. Would you do it, Jason?
No, I'm actually kind of
So you're white.
in something that's
You're white, but you're not that white till you get in a submarine and look for a Titanic white, right?
That's right. Why I got to be white? I don't understand that.
Because let's be real, though, we ain't doing that.
I guess
Jason,
everybody
Doing that. Hey, I told you, man. You got a black question you can ask.
Of your persuasion.
I'm gonna sit and answer.
Jason, is a joke
so
that's been going around.
So this is a white problem, is what you're saying? Why it's got to be a white problem? I don't get that, man. Come on now.
You know, you want to say the black problem that happened in Chicago just a couple of days ago. But right now, let's address the elephant in the room, that goddamn submarine. We ain't that goddamn interested in what the hell happened to that damn Titanic. We saw the movie. We read the books. We heard about it in school. That's all we need to know. But my question is, seriously, what y'all guys think about that? Seriously.
From everything I read, this thing was makeshift. I'm talking the seals weren't done properly. I mean, they didn't feel a thing. When it imploded, I mean, they went to mush instantly. You wouldn't find me down there. I mean, I'm sorry, I would never do it. I don't know what would interest someone to go down there. But I guess here's the thing. I guess if you have that kind of money, I mean, seriously, you know, you see the rich, the filthy rich that's got billions in the bank do all kinds of stuff, man.
Yep.
Because they can. Whereas you and I mean, we couldn't afford no $5,000-$10,000 ride in a submarine to go see the Titanic. You know.
Bro, I want to get on the Jones ride at Universal Studios.
It's stupidity. It's stupidity at its finest. Because had it been a sub that was almost legal, I guess you could say, and licensed and properly done, it might be a different story. But that's where the greed comes in with money. You know, hey, take me now. Here's 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever it is. But you wouldn't catch me down there. I have no interest in seeing anything about Titanic because there's all kinds of nonsense going on about that wasn't really the Titanic. It was another ship. He tried to get insurance and fraud and all this other crap that goes way, way back. I've been doing a lot of reading on it just because those folks died for no reason.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. I didn't want you to take offense when I say it's a white problem because the only reason I'm making light of it because I see white people making jokes about it saying, I'm white, but I ain't that damn white. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I'm making light of it. You know what I'm saying?
You almost made me choke on my Diet Coke, man. You know me. I don't much label anything out to be white or black. You know, it's just a human problem. In all seriousness, people just do stupid things. You know, and that was one of those stupid things. They wanted to do something, they paid for it, and then it really cost them their lives. But I'm going to sound like one of those nut jobs. I'm beginning to believe that this was set up to take these guys out. If you read up on them, they weren't just your average millionaire, billionaire. They were they had some serious companies and serious stuff going on. And I'm sorry, but people keep disappearing, and it ain't no coincidence.
Yeah, you paid $200,000 to lose your own life. That's crazy, man. That's just,
Right.
Yeah. They you can't. I mean, you can say the setup, man, but they paid the money. So I mean, hey.
Yeah, but okay. So when I say that, I'm not talking about because they paid the money. I'm saying that they had to be introduced to that small little compact sardine can. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but something's just not right. There's too many people. In all seriousness, if you look it up, too many millionaires and billionaires that are dying left and right, and they own these Fortune 500 companies that help control the cash flow in this world.
Yeah.
And read up on it. I think two of the guys were big players in that, and all of a sudden they magically disappear. Chicken farms catching fire. It's just too much irony with everything going on.
Yeah.
But I won't hold it against you since you called me white this time, just this once.
Hey, man, you know me. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that, man. I got a question. I'm gonna ask it, man. If you got a question, I can answer it for you best of my ability. Black, white, blue, green, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to make light of it, but I was just wondering, like, yo, I'm not that interested in history like that, especially for something like that, man. That's just my opinion.
I'll just say that is an unfortunate accident that didn't have to happen. I mean, even now, even though the investigation had to finish, you got reports coming out that there were people experts that were saying, this isn't safe, that it wasn't certified, right. Which is why they had to do it in using international waters and not in the other country, because literally people were literally expecting it, saying this isn't safe, this isn't ready for this depth. People getting fired because they were saying it's not safe. It's like nobody was listening to experts who actually know what they're talking about.
Like I said, there's somebody behind that.
Controller. That would be enough to scare me away.
Right. A PS controller. Really? Like, what are we in a cartoon or something?
Yeah. That's all I had to say. Let me tell you something, man. We ask questions, bro. If I see you operating a heavy machine with a PS2 controller, we ask a question. Hell, if God come down, we gonna question him, make sure that's him, man. Like, we ask questions like, you don't look like the God they tell us about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just ask a lot of questions, man. I just don't see like, that's just crazy to me. But like I say, RIP to everybody that lost their lives, man, to their families, man. It's just a sad situation. But
I wonder how it's working out. I wonder how it's working out for the guy that got the 200 a pop. Oh wait, he's gone too.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's dead too. Yeah, he's dead too.
It was his.
All right, that was my sick joke. But yeah.
All right, let's get to the simp. Let's go ahead and get to the simp.
All right, this is Zion Williams. Let's play a little video here.
The number one, Zion. The number one pick in the 2019 NBA draft. Pick number 2 was Ja Morant. Both played high school basketball in South Carolina. Now, Zion was supposed to be the next great Shaquille O'Neal or LeBron or whatever. But things have not turned out as planned. He has had injury issues, only playing 114 games out of a possible 246 over a 3-year period. Even though his medical team said that he is 99% as of April 12th. He's had problems keeping a healthy weight, which is why the Pelicans put a weight clause in his contract And apparently now he's having a little bit of a woman problem. Not the normal kind of woman problems, but IG models and porn star woman problems. A couple weeks ago, Zion and his girlfriend Akima announced that they are expecting a baby. Well, apparently there is at least one person that was not happy. Ex-porn star Mariah Mills. Now, it is not exactly clear why she is so mad. Is she mad because he got another girl pregnant? Or is she mad because he did not get her pregnant first? Since the announcement, Mariah has been on a Twitter campaign of terror. Take a look at some of these tweets.
Yeah.
Oh,
You let it all out.
come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This one's scary.
She hurt.
Yeah,
She in her feelings, man.
That's
She
all.
hurt. That sounds like a woman that hurt.
that's a thin line.
She loves Zion.
Yeah.
Find out that she got another woman. Now she in her feelings, man. That's all that is.
Apparently she's been in a relationship with Zion for a while and she has the receipts to prove it. Allegedly,
No, she
Zion's
don't.
been paying her over $100,000 a month. In response to these accusations, Zion's stepfather said this.
That's my son, and I love him. You know, when I was a child, I walked like a child, talked like a child, did childish things. But when I became a man, when I understood, then God blessed me.
Okay, so I need to stop there for a minute because this is the Sunday school teacher part of me coming out. Quote the scripture correctly. When I became a man, I put away childish things.
That's it.
Always trying to tell the church to act like mature adults. You were so close. So close.
Right.
So all I'm gonna say this morning, believe half of what you see and nothing you hear.
Adding to all of this, Mariah has had Zion's name printed on her face.
Oh, no.
Twitter has suspended her account as a threat to release a sex tape. But it's worth saying this. Zion's career has gone from hoop dreams to it's a thin line between love and hate. On top of that, there are trade rumors. So the Pelicans aren't happy. His porn star ex-girlfriend's not happy. Fans aren't happy. Zion Williams has been a disappointment. Will his career ever live up to expectations?
Nope.
Well, to answer your last question, I think it can be if you stay focused, get yourself in better shape, stay away from the Cheetos and the sodas.
He needs
Just
you to
go
go
play.
train him, man.
Yeah. I don't think he's smart.
It goes back to one of our other shows that we talked about where money corrupts everything. And, you take a guy that's, comes from the middle class family and you give him a couple $1 million and he kind of goes nuts. And he disgraces himself because now he's got his girlfriend. And he's trying to explain to her, hey, I kind of slept with this porn star. Like, when you're in those positions, you gotta, you just got to be responsible, and that's the problem. Nobody's teaching their kids how to be responsible when you get into those lifelong dreams. It's a sad situation for him, and it's unfortunate. Do I think he'll ever be what they say? No. I do agree with his dad. When you become a man, and I think, it's just my opinion, I think that when you accept Jesus Christ in your life as your Lord and Savior, and it's not necessarily an outward change, it's an inward change, and you can change your life, and through God, all that is possible. Do I see him doing that? No, because he ought to just come out on the news and say, like, "Yep, I did this. It was a stupid thing on my part." But people don't like the truth. They don't like to swallow the truth.
Here's the thing, though, Jason. At the end of the day, it's none of our damn business. It's none of our damn business. It's a private situation between him and another girl that's in her feelings because she found out he got a woman. He deal with a typical 22, 23-year-old man with money or without money too. Hey, baby, you see a chick he like, he know he got a girl, but he want that chick. He gonna sit there and lie to her to get what he want out of it. We all done it. We all did. Yeah. It's just he's just a celebrity. You know, he's more famous, and she's in her feelings. She's the one that put all this stuff out here, not him. Yeah. He's just being, in my opinion, a young man.
Yeah, and if he was playing and balling, this really wouldn't be all over the news.
If he was playing and balling, it would have been worse. Think about it.
Because Lisa playing might overshadow that, but yeah. Also Frederick Benjamin's in the house. What's up, Frederick?
What's up, Fred? How y'all doing?
What up, Fred?
Hey, Fred.
But yeah, he has.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question though. Let me ask this: the women that's the girlfriend that's pregnant, are they married?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing he did wrong. He's not married.
Right.
He's a 23-year-old. Even though he's dating somebody, he's still technically single. He's 23 years old. He's rich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just a woman. He got caught up in the thin line between love and hate. Y'all seen the movie?
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah. Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen. Magic Johnson.
Instead of
Kobe Bryant,
John Moran slinging his gun, he's slinging something else. That's it.
they've been doing it. They've been doing it what, since the '60s?
Yeah.
With these basketball players. So he ain't did nothing different than anybody else. The only difference is he's not married. All those guys I just named, they were married.
Yeah, they married.
You know,
that's a fact, guys. But what we have to tell our young people is do not continue to repeat the same mistakes you've seen. At some point, don't, you know, if you don't plan on marrying this woman, strap up. Just strap up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be wise with who you move with and how you move with them. You know, we don't want to just be out there because what we are doing by saying, you know, and I understand y'all point that he ain't do nothing wrong considering the fact that he is single, but what comes is the problem of that child. So now, say if his woman, his girlfriend, leaves him. Now, yes, he got bread. She gonna be straight. Child support will take care of that. However, what we creating is a single family home. So now that young child, boy or girl, have to be raised without him in their lives to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep that in mind as well.
Okay, I give you that, Quentin. I give you that. You're right.
Okay, I got a question. So we talking about this chick. She's a porn star, right?
Yeah.
And she tried to expose him. First of all, everybody already know. Y'all guys in law enforcement know porn stars be tricking on the low too, on the side. She saw him as a come up, and she trying to be the next video vixen. If I was him, I'd tell her to throw her whole life in the garbage.
Her whole life, Freddie. Her whole life.
Also, I didn't get this on the video. She posted, I think she posted on the IG that positive pregnancy test. So she's saying that she's pregnant.
She's doing too much, man.
I guess
That's
she's
what I'm
pregnant.
saying. So I mean, not for nothing. I mean, he a young up and coming superstar, but he ain't Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I was Zanya, I'd tell her to put on some Pumas, go on 95, and go play in traffic.
That's my point. That's why I say throw a whole life in the garbage.
Yeah.
And look, anybody a regular dude can get her.
Obviously, they have on film.
Like I said, she trying to make that a come up because only other time you see that, somebody like Amber Rose or somebody, you want to go put the nigga name on your face and all this doing the extra stuff. It's bad enough you already exposing the man for sleeping with you. You a porn star. And shit. I ain't even want to talk too much, but I'm gonna say this. She full of shit.
Yourself.
And I know a few porn stars myself. you gotta have to live in the underworld to know how the underworld works. And she trying to come up off of his success. That's all that now boils down to.
True.
And
I have to go up.
She is creating a problem as far as if she is pregnant, like you said. Now you got another single parent home. Because if he's smart or anybody behind him gonna let him know she ain't the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say
I go off what Q.
Housewife.
I'll go off what Q said.
She's clearly not trying to be a housewife.
Too many bodies.
We did a show and we talked about the image that it sets for the kind of the black community and the statistics. Okay, statistically speaking, black fathers are not in the home. If y'all remember that, and this is just another prime example of that because, like you said, yes, she'll get plenty of child support, but that's not the point. You need to be in that child's life and to raise that child, because guess what? He's going to end up just like you or worse, and not have the golden opportunity, but he's just going to be kind of the womanizer, run around, and it's a disaster. It's a chemistry for disaster. And people have to realize that when you're in the spotlight, Miller made a good point. He doesn't owe anybody anything. Well, when you're in the spotlight, every person in America can say, are nosy as hell. They want to know what these movie stars are doing. They want to get involved in a drama. Oh, he did her wrong. Oh, I wouldn't put up with that girl. And it further pushes a lot of the stereotypes and the statistical ratings of things that make a community look bad. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not insulting, black men. I'm saying, statistically speaking, we're just reinforcing it all over again. And, oh, by the way, I'm a basketball star. So it's coming from the top down to, all the way down to the poor. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're in your child's life. It's messed up.
Yeah, she as a woman got to take accountability for her actions too. I mean,
absolutely, absolutely.
This day and age right now, like back when we was growing up, I mean, I'm gonna say all women, but some women you had to work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you had to put in time. You had to sit there and actually conversate with them, take them out, get to know them before you got that cookie. Now, if you with somebody, you get it instantly, man. So him being 23 years old, I'm like, come on, he's not thinking like how we thinking logically. Okay, this kid is going to grow up without a, single parent home. All he thinking about that Ja Morant gun that he's slanging.
And I can't believe, man, at 23, I wasn't thinking like that. I didn't get involved in this crazy, but I wasn't thinking about like this. All that stuff, and if a fine woman like her older woman's coming after me at 23 years old, I probably wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
I know me.
Correct. But it is just like that situation. It's just bad. When you're
$40 and you can get that booty.
for the average guy, like for the average people like us, that are just the average folk, not one of us is famous. We might be famous in our own minds, but we're not famous. We're not on TV and we're not doing those things. You have to exercise some kind of discipline because otherwise it's going to get out. I mean, you really think about it. You have to exercise that discipline, and I don't think that these kids that are getting recruited in so young,
I get what you're saying.
They're going nuts with this money. No, they're going nuts with the money. I mean, let's think about that. What would you do if you won the lottery tomorrow? All of a sudden you're rich. What would you do? I mean, would it break your family up? Would you cheat on your wife because you could, because you could afford to pay people off? Would you, all those things, cheat on your girlfriends, whatever. Money corrupts everything. It truly does.
Not now, especially at 40. I definitely, my mindset is a little different than when I was 23.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. We grow and we say, you know what? The risk is not worth the reward. Like, but at 22, he doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna pop babies out left and right. I got enough money.
Yeah, but I
but at the end of the day, Fred, like Fred said, the woman got to be held accountable too. But also, you got to look at his how he was raised too. Because you see, LeBron didn't go through this. If he did, we didn't know about it. MJ. Who else? Who else famous out there that probably could have went through a situation that we don't know about? So it's about his team too. You know what I'm saying? People that's around him. They can do better protecting him on stuff like this also.
But she doesn't care about accountability. Think about it. They're in two different worlds. She was looking for that step up. She was looking for that step up. She's a porn star. She saw the sugar daddy. She could get out of that and move on. That's why she's like you said during the video. She was hurt. She's absolutely hurt. And now she's seeking blood. What's that?
Her porn tapes must have been whack. If she's trying to use a basketball player trying to come up, she must have been whack.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? I mean, seriously, it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing because with social media now and all this stuff, these kids see this and they think that it's okay. And that's the opposite direction we want to push our young people. That's the complete opposite direction. So when they grow up and one of them out of 100 become famous, they're going to do the same stupid things, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be norm. That'll be the norm or accepted.
Hold on, Jason. But let me say something to you,
sir.
It is the norm. Be honest with you, because you got people even on the lower level. If you got girls in the street, regular little girls in the street, if they think that man got some money, especially in the projects in the inner city, they think he got some money, and he give them a little bit of attention. Because you got older guys that prey on younger girls, and then you got some of these girls that was brought up by their own parents to be little hoes out here like that.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that statement. I absolutely agree with it because I will tell you this: when my dad died in 2010, I went back to college, and I will tell you I was probably 35, 36 years old. I didn't need to pray. I was the meat. Okay. Miller remembers I was 254 pounds. I went to the tanning bed, had my eyebrows done, my hair was always perfect. Blah blah. I didn't have to ask for it; it was thrown at me. And I'm not lying or boasting. That's what I'm saying. So I agree with you. The standards have gone way, way down. And it's unfortunate, and it's the way the world seems to be. But as us as men and family men, we can teach our kids something better than that and say, that is very disgraceful. When you get into the spotlight, if you ever get there, you need to think responsibly, so that you send a positive image and a positive vibe out to everyone, children, adults, so forth. Unfortunately, he got caught up in Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got caught up in this love triangle, and then he was a sex addict. He wasn't no sex addict.
Nine holes.
That's right. No, seriously. But guess what? It didn't hurt his game, did it? He went downhill for a little while because the media was making a muck of it, and then he popped back up, and he's like, "No, man, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'll be divorced. I'll take care of my kids, but I'm gonna do what I want to do." Not to say that was correct, but at least he stepped up on both the family side and on his golf side, and that's probably the way he'll have to recover. But like you guys said, he's got to get into shape. He's got to get into shape, and he's got to bring his A game because they'll drop him like a bad habit. They don't want that kind of drama. However, this is a huge point, and y'all can all also attest to this. Negativity seems to bring popularity.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
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 And then that makes it acceptable, which it's not acceptable.
Yeah, but yeah, he like he's got to stay in shape and stay on the court. I mean, but he's in it, man. I tell you, Zion is he's injured half the time where he's not on the court, and with this outside stuff, some teams will put up with the drama if the production outweighs the drama.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not even happening here. I think his career is going to be relatively short. I mean, at 23, you either have a good focused mind or you don't. And if he's not focused on basketball, I just don't believe that he's focused on being a great basketball player. So,
well, that comes from I'm gonna leave it at this. That comes from he wasn't never disciplined even growing up. He just always relied on his athletic ability. Mm-hmm. And once you get to a certain level, you got to step your game up, and you just can't. Everybody on that level is just as good as you. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna sit there and take my statement back when I say in the beginning he will do well. After you pretty much just broke it down and made me think about it. No, he won't, because you're right. He's not focused. All he's focused on getting poom and eat. And that's you're trying to be great. You got to put the poom away, and eat certain foods, take certain supplements. And obviously he's not there. So
his weight is an indicator of a bigger problem.
Yeah. Perfect example. I'm not putting the guy's name out there. He's from Manning, but he played in the NFL. He was always athletic since middle school, high school, and in college. Once he got to the NFL, it's like he was a journeyman. Everybody trying to figure out what's going on. I kind of saw the problem. I saw him in the gym one day during the off season. Instead of him being in Miami somewhere training with the rest of the guys, he on the treadmill on his phone, just walking at a pace. And you're an NFL player.
Yeah.
So you can't always rely on your athletic ability. You got to say, when you get to a certain level, you got to put in work. You see LeBron doing it. You see Jordan doing it. You see Tom Brady doing it. That's why he played till he's 43, 44. Mm-hmm. So like I said before.
I think the best example, in all honesty, is Shaquille O'Neal. He probably is one of the best examples of success and humility and giving. I mean, he's forever, going into a store and then he buys some family a bicycle, or he buys somebody's groceries or something. He is given back to the community. He sets the standard.
That comes with time. Yeah. That comes with time, because he wasn't always like that either, Jason. Mm-hmm.
No, right. No.
He was a mofo too, but they just didn't have social media back then.
Yeah, because he was just like Zion eating all them Big Mac.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Shaq was running through him, bro. Just like Shaq was running through him back then. He just started getting to this level.
Right on.
So, one last question before we move on. So we have Zion Williams and John Morant, number 1 and number 2. I guess we're
South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah. Which one do you have most faith in recovering careers? They put it that way.
Neither.
Neither. I mean, sorry, John Morant. You want to run around looking like a gangbanger with a gun? Yeah, your career's finished. And if you don't want to address the public in a respectful manner, the other guy's done. Like, I'm sorry, he doesn't owe them an explanation, but he is in that spotlight. So he just needs to come out.
What gang claiming him and what gang he claiming?
I don't see any.
I don't know.
I think he meant he's acting like one. He's acting like one. But I think Zion, to answer your question, Vic, I think Zion would be the one if he just tightened up what he got going on off court. Because he's not doing anything. He's not really doing anything that will hurt someone, you know what I'm saying, or making himself look bad in his own light. He only just hurting himself, and what I mean by that is physically. He's not doing the things properly to prepare himself for an NBA season, to get in a proper shape. If he can sit there, from a trainer, a nutritionist, and stay focused, the poom is always going to be there. But if you're trying to become an NBA legend, you got to put some things to the side and be focused. If he can do that, I think Zion would be the one.
I would agree. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
You can say that for both of them, to be quite honest, because John Morant, if he just finds someone in which that can mentor him, that he can, learn from how to move and who to move with and what to do and what not to do, he can easily, what I'm saying, change things around this season. Like, it's literally that easy for him.
Yeah.
But it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so the reason why I say neither is because at this point, at least, John Moran is not even accepting accountability. He's still at a place that he's feeling like is another way I can really circumvent the system. I can avoid the consequence. I can, so we're gonna see what happens after this situation. And the problem with me that I have with both of them is that they have all the influence that anybody would ever ask for, and neither one of them know what to do with it. Because coming from where they came from, they can change so many kids' lives just by not necessarily being perfect. Ain't nobody asking for perfection. Just put the right image out to the public. Because if you feed the public the right image, they gonna run with that. They gonna run with that. It's so many. LeBron is not squeaky clean. He just know how to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get it twisted. He was 21, 22, 23. We heard little whispers, but nobody came out. Nobody could prove it. You know why?
He had the right team around.
Yeah, exactly. And he had a paper that was non-disclosure. So if you came in there, you signed your name. They trust me. There's no way he made it through all of that. Jay-Z was his mentor, and other men that knew what it was like, all right, youngin, this is how we gonna rock. And so he followed their instruction and had the right group around him and did the right thing and put it out there. I'm doing this. John Morant could easily do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I just can't believe that with all the criticism, constructive criticism, I'm quite sure with all the older NBA players, I think them guys just don't want to listen. That's all that is. I think they just being hard-headed and stubborn. It's like when you got a teenager and you try to tell them something, they don't. I always used to tell my kids, sometimes you don't listen till you hear it from somebody else in the street. And then, sometimes it'd be a little too late by the time you hear it, when you realize that mama and daddy was telling you, off the jump that they was telling you the truth and trying to teach you, but then when you get in some trouble, then you want to come back. So I'm sorry, I should have listened. So I'm quite sure with those guys going through the process they was going through, as far as like getting into the and all that, somebody had to told them, hey man, watch out for this, that. I think them cats just, they got that money and decided, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, like Kanye, you can't tell me nothing.
From Quentin, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this: John Morant is the one that most likely won't recover. I'm gonna tell you why. Because see, he's playing it close to violating the NBA contract rules and policies. You see what I'm saying? He didn't violate any, but he is right on that line. He's right on that line. And then with the generation nowadays, with them having that I don't care attitude, and people see that, and you've already shown them and told them by not taking accountability for what you've done. Oh, so you don't care, so we don't care either. So you done. It go and like other guy, I can't think of his name right now. Y'all just said I'm having a brain fart.
Williams.
Zion can go overseas and play. Big boys play overseas like that all the time, all day long. But John Morant, overseas they ain't playing that game. They are not playing that game.
Fact.
So you got to look at it that way too.
Yeah.
Fact.
All right. Anything else? We lost for a minute. We don't see you. All right. Next topic here. Paul Pierce. So from current players to active players. I mean to retired players. Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, his show. Kind of tell the story here.
I never enjoy this kind of stuff, but I have no choice. Paul Pierce, former NBA champion with the Boston Celtics, nicknamed The Truth, could absolutely ball, Hall of Famer, no doubt about it, and person I happen to think is a really decent dude. He joined his former teammate Kevin Garnett on their on Kevin Garnett's Ticket and the Truth podcast, which was streaming Game 3 of the NBA Finals this past Wednesday night. Things started to go off the rails quickly because fans noticed that Paul Pierce was apparently drunk, or at least his behavior seemed to be that of an individual who was drunk, slurring his speech and all of this other stuff. This is what they were saying. Observers of the live stream noticed a woman sitting partially out of frame to Pierce's right. Eventually, he introduced her to Garnett as Camille, and then told everyone that they met through, quote, a website where you can hire girlfriends for a day. According to reports, Pierce's behavior got even wilder. For a solid minute, Garnett struggled to share his game analysis because Pierce demanded the camera zoom in on him so he could show everyone his diamond watch. He then started to worry about a bet he placed on Miami before getting his phone out of his pocket and saying, quote, let's call some girls up, y'all. Let's call some work. At that point, the stream abruptly went offline for a few minutes. By mid-game, Pierce became combative. He produced a cigar, chewed on it for a bit, and then asked if he could light it up inside, which ended with Pierce getting nailed in the face by a lighter thrown by someone from off camera. That set him off and had him ready to fight until Garnett calmed him down. For those of you who don't remember, he used to be my colleague at ESPN until 2017. But before we go any further, if you don't believe what I'm saying, check out at least some of this for yourself.
Throw a wall in here, turn it up, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you
Camille.
doing? Camille, nice to meet you. That's Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One
so
everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend for the day.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
I went on the website and I hired a girlfriend
right
for the day.
Look, Collins. There go Collins. Look at D Wade at the game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it right there for a minute. But yeah, that's Paul Pierce. He hired a girlfriend for the day. He hired a call girl.
I think that was a joke.
Nah, it's
I
real.
think that was.
Nah, that's real.
I think he was just screwing around. That's just my opinion, but I think he was trying to be funny, and it's turned serious. I don't think she was no call girl.
I mean, he looks drunk to me. I mean, he's not talking
one
about.
One had a stripper, the other one had an escort, man. That's all this is.
Yeah. And I can play one more part for you about why he got fired from ESPN. See if I can find it real quick, just to add some part of this. Like, I think right here.
Podcast about a month ago with Brandon Marshall and the crew, and listen to him talking about working at ESPN. Check this out.
For
or what?
On your day off.
Friday on that.
You know what you was doing.
Hey, Shorty did look thick too. But okay, if you gonna get fired, go out like that, though.
I got fired for having some entertainment.
Right.
I'm playing cards. It's my boy's birthday. It's girls dancing, and we blowing some tree. I mean, what did I do wrong?
That's what it was, though. It looked
What
like.
did I do wrong?
Hey, yo, I'm saying,
What it look like, B?
man, it looked like an orgy, like a.
Nah, dog,
Did you have your
come on.
shirt off?
Huh?
You had your shirt
No,
off?
I didn't.
nah,
I didn't have
he
my
had
shirt
a shirt
on. I had my shirt on.
Bro, you was having a good
You was
time.
playing
I was
cards.
playing
You had
cards.
blunted
We
and
was
some
playing-
girls around him. I mean,
we
yeah,
was
what
playing
That was
poker.
it?
Who
Yeah.
recorded it though? Like somebody?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Oh, you was John Moran. Well, she was on either live.
No,
can't
look,
believe he's doing what
I'm turned up. I'm on live like.
Yeah, he on live going crazy.
Oh yeah, what's up, y'all? We out here.
He licking his lips and
No,
all
but
that.
look,
Like,
I'm getting a haircut too. I'm getting a cut.
it's cracking.
It's popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't know. I don't never go live either. I was just feeling my cut or something. And I was like. Then it was popping behind me. It was like,
Well, friends are laughing about this. Nobody's saying, "Wonder what were you
I
doing?"
mean, but look, the hood was feeling me. Everybody was relating.
Yeah, the
Everybody
hood
was
feeling
relating.
I heard the call.
Yeah, the call. Yeah,
Like, ring.
No, so they hit me, and there's a higher up. It was a lady. I'm like, hello? She's like, yeah, we're doing, an investigation. I'm like, could you tell us what happened? I'm like, you didn't see it? Like, I mean, I was just.
You saw that ass, baby?
I was just hanging out, playing cards. It wasn't my house. I mean, it was self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Some girls dancing, and I was, I had some OG. I mean,
And in LA, it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing illegal. But, at the end of the day, it's Disney.
It's Disney, that's right.
And so they was like, they have a morals clause. And it was just, they just said it was immoral.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Social media has taken away is the fine art of dirt. You used to be able to hide it and get good at it. It's like not even trying anymore. You talk about keeping a clean image. It was easy pre-social media. Now they just up there. I'm being stupid.
Yo, I'm just gonna say this, man. Ain't no fool like an old fool. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on, fam. How old? When do you get it, B? How old you gotta be before you to realize, yo, I can't drop that bag, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't fumble that. That's easy money. You an ex-athlete. You gonna talk about sports, mainly basketball. Something you do for fun anyway, and you gonna get paid for it, and you gonna fumble that bag because you wanna rat on yourself. Like this. Like when we were growing up, we so hard on this. Yo, who ratted on me? Da 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 da. Yo, we don't want no rats. Traps for rats. Da da da. And we ratting on ourselves now, man. It's like the thing. You know what I mean? And he a grown man. Paul Pierce older than me, man. I mean, you like, oh, I was just there, man. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it today. Yeah, because you intoxicated. You feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good enough that you enjoying the experience. You want everybody to know you doing this. That's why I believe easily that was, an escort that he had there. And KG trying to OG it like, nah. You see that? You see that right there? Yeah, he about to, dunk on him. Yeah, he trying to divert the conversation like, oh man, don't rat on yourself. What are you doing right here? He trying to bring it back to the real game. And he over, yeah, man, let's get him, Yeah, I had to, I had Shorty come through the other day. Yeah, I had to pay for that. You got all this bread, you got to pay for it? You starting on paying for it now. That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's the thing? Yo, this is crazy, man. I don't know, man. This this generation, man, I can't even call it because he an old head. Yo,
he
I
older.
don't know, man.
You heard what Lil Wayne said? It ain't tricking if you got it.
Hey, I was just thinking that, Fred. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just thinking that.
Listen, man, it's tricking if you tricking. You know what I mean?
I know, I agree.
Listen, you know what I mean? If you, I mean, I'm just saying, man. And if you gonna do it, that's your business. Don't get it twisted, right? But why you gotta bring everybody in that? You know what I mean? KG already knew that. He can't, you know what I'm saying? KG know what it is. KG know that ain't your shorty. You ain't be with her for no time. Like, he know you. You wanna be on like something live, like platform like we rocking now, and want to tell the world what you doing. What? Yo, what's going on with your dome, man? Like, you and John Morant need counseling, man. Y'all need a hug or something, man.
Check this out.
You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. It's kind of like what Jason was saying. You know, you got to think like these people negativity. That's what they feeding off of because you get more popularity. So they probably, some people look at it as showing all everything they got going on and saying, look, he thinking he probably getting some type of pull off of that or getting some clout off of that. We know it's tricking. You know what I'm saying? But he, and like you said, he's an older gentleman, so he make himself look real. He looking real jacked up.
All right, so peep this, Fred. On the next live, right? Have some strippers in the back that you just did some tattoos on, you know what I'm saying? And like wild out, you know what I mean? So our ratings could go up. You know what I'm saying? We get some views, since it's selling. I don't know, man. This
I'm telling you, man. That's, I mean, shoot, anybody tell you that sex sells, but the way he's selling it ain't gonna get him nothing but clown. He should have had some strippers in the back. It would have made more sense.
Oh man!
And you talk about how he lost the last part of it. We talk about how he lost his job at ESPN. And the other guys were like, dude, you're laughing about someone dropping a bag.
Yeah,
he's on the biggest sports network in the world. You know, you got a morals clause, and the morals clause is about who the higher ups morals are.
Yeah,
so
right.
you don't know their morals and stick to it. Come on,
simple and plain, man. We look fools out here in these streets, man. We just keep putting our business out there. Like that's the thing. Like they don't even ESPN don't even care if that's what you did, as long as the public don't know you did it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So why you that insecure that you need the world to know how you moving?
It's about relevancy. Some of these people still want to be relevant.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. They still want to be relevant. They want that clout.
And they can go about, they can get it a different way. But you got to remember, you got a lot of ignorance going on online. So a lot of people, like I said, it's like TikTok. You see people doing some of the silliest shit on TikTok. And so when some people get a platform, they want to do the silliest shit to get noticed. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he would have done better, like you said, having some strippers in the background shaking their booty. If you want to be that ignorant, you may as well get ignorant.
Get it all the way, right?
Instead of you talking about, I got a date, I had to pay for a date. Who the hell want to tell some shit like that? I wouldn't want to tell nobody I had to pay for a date. For all that shit, just be in the strip club, do the interview in the strip club. You look better.
Right.
What you say about it, Jason? You look better. You get more clout.
Jason, can you do me a favor, my guy? Can you tell us? Can you give us a window in to? I mean, I know it's not a race thing, but it is a race thing. What the white men think about these fools out here doing this mess?
Laugh now.
I mean, can you explain? Can you open up?
And be honest.
I think I did with my earlier statement. You know,
You did.
people are always so very quick to stereotype and to attach a label to a certain race. Okay, and we have to take the truth for what it is. You know,
Exactly.
it goes all the way back to racism a long time ago. Does it still exist today? It sure does. So some people look down upon, you know, if you're white, not me, all of you, my friends, but some folks look down on black folks behind their back and degrade them. You know, if you remember the and I'm sure Q does, because, you know, we talked about certain words and certain things, and that's the problem. They're saying, yep, see, told you, and it labels that community, and it's unfortunate. But I call that a sense of ignorance, because there's stupidity. I don't care what race you're in. I don't care where you come from. There's stupidity out of everybody. You know, and if you're going to assign that to that particular race, you ain't no better than the guy committing whatever he's doing. Like, you're an idiot. But that, to answer your question, that's exactly to the point. Is they're saying, "See, told you so. See, told you so." You know, you look at a prime example is all the stores that have been raided. Okay. Most, I'm not going to say all, but most you see are young black kids going in there and scooping up a bunch of stuff and flying out the door. And then people assign that to every black person in the world. So that makes you have to work that much harder to gain your respect, because you're a thug, because I saw what your kids did, but they're not really your kids. It's just the way people view things, and it's ridiculous.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah. No, that's just how people are, man, and I can't stand it, because race never came up in the military ever when I was in. That was I was in the Air Force, so the airman next to you. That was your buddy. That was the guy that was going to cover your ass. That was the guy that you could depend upon. You didn't go, well, let me see, he's black, so I don't know, Sergeant. I don't know if I can trust this guy. That's not how it worked. It was, this was my partner, and he's going to cover my ass. I'm going to cover his ass, and let's go take care of business.
That's it.
You know? So for me, like I told you many shows ago, racism in South Carolina alone is just baffling to me. You smile to somebody's face, and then you butcher them when they walk off. That's not cool, man. You don't do that to people. You judge every book by who they are. And if they're doing better for themselves, you know, whatever the case is, white, black, Hispanic, it don't matter, man. What matters is that we promote. I hate to say it because it sounds like a cliche, but we promote love and happiness and togetherness, and look out for fellow man, and stop looking at fellow man as a black or a white person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person. Just look at them as a person, and make judgments based upon their what do you call it? Their deeds. The things that they are trying to do.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys, you know, can you all can say what you agree with me, but it's like from American culture, when a white man does something stupid, the response is there he goes. But if a black man does something stupid, it's there they go. So it's like we all got it's like we have the burden of representing our entire community. And I don't know if, well, I gotta say I don't know, but it's like our celebrities aren't thinking like that. They're not thinking like that. Unfortunately, whatever they do, that it will be contributed to the whole group, rightfully or wrongfully.
But that is not the majority of America. That is a small portion that keeps the drama, to include the media. You know, they blow everything up if it's got race in it, and that's the first thing you see. They throw the race card out there. This black man was beat by this police officer. He didn't deserve it, but you only saw the clip, but you didn't see what led up to it. And vice versa. Well, this man was convicted of a crime, this white guy, and he didn't get no time at all. You know, there's more behind every single story, and people judge based on that. and you just got to take a step back and say, you know what? Let me think about this. Is that guy a dirtbag or not, regardless of his background? Is he a dirtbag or is he a decent guy that just made a mistake? Did something stupid. It's unfortunate with social media, though. Social media and the news, that's all they promote is negativity. And
it's only like
for some of us, what's that?
And you look at TikTok, everything is positive. In other countries, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything is positive. We in the United States only promote negatively and sex on
You got it.
media.
Yep.
Hey,
It's
so
unfortunate.
let's end the show with this last topic about the situation that happened in Chicago with the 14-year-old boy and the mother. What y'all think on that situation before I put my 2 cents in? So if you're not clear what happened, they was in a restaurant, got into an argument. Mom got into an argument with another guy. I don't know, from what I heard on the news, mom texts son, "Hey, get the gun. I'm in trouble," something like that. Son walked in, see the guy beating on the mom. 14-year-old son shot the guy, hitting him. What y'all think?
You want to ask first?
At the end of the day, it's tragic on both sides. Is somebody's life is gone and somebody's life is totally changed.
Yeah.
And hopefully won't be in prison, but and then be gone. But it's that guy is somebody's son that lost his life. Now, don't get me wrong. What he did is incomprehensible.
Yeah.
Why would you have to go to the point of putting your hands on anybody, let alone a woman, over something she said?
Yeah.
Over something she said? Like,
over what?
Like, over something she was saying. Like, he was telling her shut up or he was gonna knock her out. So it was something she was saying that was like provoking him to respond in an aggressive way, which led to him hitting her at least 3 times. All right. So
Here's and it may hold some grain because I didn't see it. I don't know much about it. That's why I'm asking the question. Is there race involved in this, or is it all the same race? Or
yeah, same race. Black guy, black woman, black child.
I saw the video, and I watched another video that showed a little bit more of it versus what everybody was seeing. First of all, that dude was full of shit. That lady did not. She wasn't argumentative like that. She was actually calm, trying to calm the situation down.
So what started?
I don't know what started it, but when you really watch the video and you see how she was talking, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't aggressive. He was the aggressor. And I done been in places and I done been in a situation where you might be trying to talk to somebody the same way that lady did, like, okay, listen, just calm down and let me get my stuff and, go on about your business. He was like, oh God, some people, man, you just can't talk to him.
No.
Yeah. Was he a thug?
He was passing.
Was he a thug?
Oh, my grandma, if you say more and more word, I'm gonna knock you out. And if you look at the video, she couldn't even get past him. So if she had her said, excuse me or something, I think he probably was gonna hit her anyway.
Yeah.
So
share that video with us, Fred.
Did he give the persona of being a thug, being from the streets? Even
if he was, he was just showing out.
Yeah,
he was just showing out.
But we have to think of the behaviors that formed him into that. So that's why I was asking: did he come from
This happened in Chicago and in the inner city downtown. So So he was just showing out for the camera and for the people that was around, and didn't realize that it was gonna go as far as it did. He thought he made to smack her 2 or 3 times and then walk out. Yeah, I did it, bitch. Blah blah blah, and all this other kind of stuff with his food. but it took a different approach. And the problem with it is that hey, that's how it is. It's been that way for years. That it's going to guns. I'm gonna say that the son, when he walked in, if that's what he saw, then he did the right thing by defending the honor of his mother.
And that's the
Let me
point
stop.
I was making.
I agree with
Where he
that.
was, yeah,
Hold on.
where he was wrong is when that man took off running, he continued after that man.
But
We
look,
Now,
should not.
I'm gonna
We have to
tell
teach him
y'all
how to
something.
stop.
I'm gonna tell y'all something from experience. I had a
Uh-huh.
situation back in the day. My mom was fussing with this young lady over they was cleaning out a house, and so they was fussing over I think it was an air conditioner or something, right? And the chick, she acting retarded. She hit my mom in the face. Now my mom's way older than this girl, so when I got over there, she called me, my brother, and my sister. Actually, matter of fact, no, my mom didn't call me. They knew not to call me anyway. My brother and sister, all of them. I mean, I got some crazy family members, but when I got over there, and saw the knot over her eye, I asked what happened. So she was like, she told me what happened. I found out her address. I went over there and kicking the goddamn door. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't put your hands on my mom. Just so happened her ass wasn't home. I would have shot that girl that night. That's what I'm saying. In
Yeah,
different
that's so
environments, different
easy.
situations.
Right.
let me this is what I was going to say. I feel like all parties was wrong in this situation. Let me explain. So the guy was wrong for obviously hitting a woman. That was just crazy. That was just crazy. But allegedly from the news, the mother texted the son and say, "Get the gun."
Right.
So look at the camera angle. The son, the 14-year-old. I think everybody missing this point too. And granted, yeah, I would do the same thing if I saw my mom in that predicament. He's protecting his mom at the end of the day. I think everybody missing this. Why is a 14-year-old walking to the restaurant with a gun? Because when he walked in, the guy never was hitting his mom.
Yeah.
So was his intent to go in and shoot him?
Well,
What really saved his ass when he saw his mom getting beat up by this guy.
Well, you got to
But he
remember,
already in with the gun under his hoodie.
what, they're in Chicago. That's all I can say. They're in Chicago. That's all I can say to that. You know,
just saying, but a 14-year-old, come on,
Charlie, I know.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old went to a restaurant with a gun under the hoodie already. They just arguing. The man didn't even start putting hands on his mom yet. So I think everybody missed the point. What was his intent when he came in? Anyway, was he planning on shooting the guy anyway?
But then
was just saying because he protecting his mom because mom was getting her ass whooped.
But you got to also look at too is the environment, situations, and environment that plays a part. Especially if you go, I'm gonna say it like this: if you go right now on South Side or West Side in that same situation, that happens almost every other day.
But check this out. You're looking at it from an environment standpoint. I'm looking at it from an investigator standpoint.
I got you. Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is, as you looking at it from an officer standpoint, kind of like that. I'm looking at it from, let me say what it is. Environment. What is it? Remember the Boondocks? A nigga moment.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
You know, because any of us, if somebody, I done walked around with my pistol with a legal gun on me, and I know plenty of other people that have done it. You wouldn't have even known I had a gun on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm legal now, but back then I wasn't. So if you had an argument with my mom, even if I didn't shoot you, I'm gonna pull it on you. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, that's a 14-year-old kid out there, his mama arguing with somebody or whatever. You don't know if this little boy was a gang member. You don't know if this little boy had the gun trying to protect himself, period. Or they in Chicago. People in Chicago get shot all the time.
Stop. I mean, that don't make it right. At the end of the day, the mother put the son in a situation where his life could have been overtaken.
Of course.
It's like a situation that happened for years with Sleep. Girl got mad because she couldn't get in the club. She called her son, cause son come and shoot the man in the face.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
Now, Miller, I've thought about that, and that's true. But in this case, and being that we don't have the exact facts, if we had the report in front of us, we would know.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was said that she said, "Bring me the gun." Like,
Regardless,
not get the gun, but bring her the gun.
In his hand.
I wouldn't put my child in that situation.
Yeah, no, you're right. I agree. But I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Fred too, being that I grew up in the inner city. It's been no situations like that. My mom's been in the store arguing with somebody, and she called us. You know, she back then when you had cell phones, she step out the door and say, "Y'all come here." You know, y'all come here.
So
you know,
with your mom,
you know what that meant.
No, hold on. If a man arguing with your mom, and they just arguing, nothing physical going on, he's arguing, you gonna sit there and shoot him? Huh?
No, I'm not. But there
That's
again,
what I'm saying. What was his intent?
In the inner city, your mindset is different.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. We're not saying Fred and I are not saying that it makes it right. We're just saying that your mindset is going to be different.
But now, what I'm saying though is it wasn't just an argument, man. He put his hands on us.
So I'm saying,
everything.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I think that that's what saved his ass. That's why he's not in jail.
Yeah.
He said he walked in there. He walked in there with the gun before the guy started hitting his mom. He walked into the restaurant with a gun under his hoodie. So I'm saying, what was his intent if the guy was never hitting his mom? They was arguing. You already got strapped.
That's what
I'm telling you too. That's what I'm telling you too.
My mom, like his intent was I like think about it. I can see if he came out with it already out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, stop arguing with my mom, or I'm going to do what I'm going to do. He has this right. He's like, all right, if something pop off, I'm going to put a couple in them.
Hear me out. I'm gonna put us in the situation. Shop talk, battle the sexes. What happened?
Oh yeah.
What happened? Now we ain't hitting her. We just arguing. Now what if her son came out and sprayed all us just for an argument? He's protecting his mom?
Nah, he just a coward. He was a clown.
Nah, that's two different things. You can't conflate the two. That's two different things.
No, it's not.
If her son was there, which he was, right? Her son was there, right? If he had a strap and was waiting for something to go to that point for him to have to protect her, then
check this out.
Right.
Listen to me, Q, and I hear what you're saying. But I think you're trying to ignore what I'm saying. He came in with the intent. He already had the gun on his arm. Now, if I see my mom arguing with somebody, I'm gonna step in. So I'm like, oh, what the hell going on? But he came in there with the damn strap under his hoodie.
Yeah, but okay, so I'm going to go with Q on this. I'll go with Q on it. At the end of the day, he's 14 years old. He's in a child mindset. Mama says, bring the gun. He brings the gun, doesn't brandish it, probably has no intent unless he sees his mama getting harmed. When he saw her getting harmed, dude got a foot in the ass. Okay. And I'm not going to condone anyone killing anyone, but at the end of the day, and I said, you can talk trash about me and you can do anything to me, but if you mess with my wife, my mother, my sister, my kids, God, please forgive me, and may He help you, because that's it.
Y'all understand what I'm saying.
Now, no, Miller. Let me. I do understand what you're saying, but
I'm not saying you were wrong.
Look at the video, because I thought about the Brian situation too. I thought about that. Okay, look at the whole video and the reaction of that child. If his mom said, "Bring the gun," okay, he bought the gun, like Quentin said. Think about it now. Like Quentin said, he didn't come in there with the attitude like, "Yo, I got my gun, I got my strap. You keep on, you getting it." Look at the reaction of him at the door when he stood at the door with the gun in his pocket, but he pulled it when he saw the man starting to hit his mom. So he didn't come in there with the intent on killing this man. He came in there with the intent to. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's what I said. I said when he saw the guy hitting his mom, that's when he pulled it out. But I'm thinking, what was his intent before he saw that? If they was just arguing, was he still going to pull it out? Yeah, we don't know that.
No, he wasn't. Well, we don't. But take the time. Take the time.
That's thinking inner city, right?
Yeah.
Right, but take the time to look at the video. He stood. He paused at that door as if he was waiting. He was waiting for his mom to come to him to give him first. He be breaking up. What you saying?
I say 10 people shared on Facebook. I saw it about 10, 20 times on Facebook yesterday.
well, okay, but look at his pause at the door. He paused at the door as he was waiting for further instruction from his mom. So I don't think his intent was to kill that man. That was not his intent. His intent was, let me get a gun to my mom when she asked me for it.
Yeah,
we don't know what
but well, we don't. But I'm just saying, based on his actions, 14 years old. He didn't look like he was one that toted a gun all the time or whatever have you. He just knew it was there and knew it was for in case it happened. He didn't seem like the kid that and we've all seen him. Soon as he walk in, oh my God, you say something else to my mom, I'm gonna pop your ass. He ain't look like that kid. Right. He looked like the kid. He was sitting there just waiting for instruction from his mom. And as he's waiting for instructions, boom, dude popped off on his mom. Because in all honesty, myself, if I saw you at my mom like that, I would have walked 14 years old. I would have walked up to you, yo, bro, back the fuck up. Don't do that, man. Back up.
I just said
he never made that move. That. He actually reacted in shock and in fear of what was happening. Yeah.
You also got to think too, every one of us, we all
you can tell with the body language.
You can't get nobody, anybody.
You can't tell no body language. I've been in law enforcement too long. If the body language out there, I seen somebody that wasn't going to run, they ran. I ain't trying to hear that.
Miller, check it out. We got a special guest.
I'm learning more about this as you all are talking, but I'm learning more about this as you guys are talking. Cause I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't really see the video. But I'll say this: when you're threatened or someone you care about is threatened, and you're in that fight or flight response, and you can't run, and you're fighting, your tendency is going to want to end that threat as quickly as possible. And the quickest way to do it is with overwhelming force. So I'm going to use the highest level of force I got. So if it's my hands, it's my hands. If it's a bat or a pipe, if I got a gun, I'm aiming the clipping you. Because I want to
fight or flight.
And
the result is overwhelming.
And Miller, that happens exactly what Vic is saying when you have somebody that's either larger or more intimidating than what you are. Now, hold up, fellas. I got a special guest for us, Miller. I just pulled up on one of our old friends. He's an investigator. Our boy Zeus, Larry Shizer.
What's up, man? Fellas?
What up, Zeus?
Not much. How y'all doing? Hey, I'm gonna have to get on this thing, but yeah, with the whole situation, I hear what you're saying. But as an investigator, I look at that young man posture again. He didn't carry a gun like we see ones that carry a gun. He had it inside his hoodie. Now, and I say this on record. We all remember the movie Lawless?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the statements. It's not the violence in a man, but it's the distance he's willing to go. Now, personally, you put your hands on my mom, my sister.
Yeah.
Look at all y'all say happy belated birthday. I'm 59. I don't live a good life. And I'll take it how it go. and honestly, I'm gonna take it how it go. And I'm gonna tell you like this. And you know, Miller, I love you. Matter of fact, I love all y'all brothers, but I'm gonna tell you like this.
Even the white guy here?
Huh? He's even a white guy. Yeah.
Hey, look here. My last name is Stuyvesant. Mama black, daddy German. What you think, bro? I got it all covered. So, no, this is what I'm saying. We all got that level we'll go to. Okay? We've got that level we'll go to. But like I said, only thing I want for that kid is therapy. I want his mom to move him out of town.
Yeah.
Because we do know Chicago is one of the most deadly cities. So when somebody don't have a gun, we surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm real disappointed in? I'm disappointed in the men that stood around that watch a woman get striped by
I would
another
agree with
man.
that. Yes, sir.
I agree with
yes, sir.
You know, them men should have started stomping his ass.
Yeah.
He hit that woman so hard with force, his dreads came back. That was a lick. But you think about this. That ain't the first time he done beat a woman.
That's right.
He's beat women before.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
like I told bruh, I'm gonna tell you now, and I'll do it all day long because I put it out there. He went in for burger, he got wings. Okay? And hey, look, y'all, look, some of y'all who don't know me, I speak straight up facts. And look here, even as a law enforcement officer, I put in that work on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't ashamed to tell you, they had me up in the solicitor's office because I sent 2 to the hospital. Like I said again, I'm 59 years old. Look here, I smoke, my wind short, but my strength good. You hear me? They talking about, did you see the video? Hell, I starred in it. When you put 2 of them in the hospital, I said, when they offered to throw hands with me, they got welcome to my party. I just wanted to put their dress on. Now, you know, we can sit around. I don't do that political thing. That's probably why I ain't no chief or sheriff right now. Because look at our police the old-fashioned way. Damn the taser. These right here last a whole lot longer on you. Because every time you see me, you remember an ass whooping. And Miller, you know I'm telling the truth, right or wrong.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying, Zeus.
Hey, look at that. Everybody get a shot at the belt. I ain't saying I'm the baddest. But damn it, we gonna know I'm there.
Might be laying in the meat wagon next to you, but we're gonna be there together.
Look at, I done been shot. I done been shot, stabbed. The lady that shot me only got 7 years.
Yeah.
So they told me my life is only worth 7 years.
Yeah.
The other dude that shot me, he got 4 years. So you know what? I'm gonna go to work on it.
Not me.
And look, it ain't like the movies. That thing hurt.
Yeah.
But my family ain't gonna never sit around and talk about don't look at it. I'm gonna tell all y'all this. When that day comes for me, don't let nobody hang my picture up in that damn Hall of Fame. Ain't nothing famous about dying in the line of duty.
Oh wait.
Okay?
Yep.
And I rock that all day long. Look here, I'm straight hood. Before they sent me to college and say britches, I say britches instead of slacks.
That's an old word. Yeah, that's an old word.
That's right. I'm country. I'm country for a reason. But I promise you, if me and you in a fight and I'm standing with you, I'm good for 5. You take care of the other 2.
Now, Zeus, we talking about this dude shooting people. You talking about
No, but what I'm saying is, the whole thing is with the shooting, like I said, I just want the young man to get help. See, nobody's talking about his mental state. That's talking about the mental, okay? That child has already have a form of PTSD right now, and his mother too. Okay?
Hey,
now, did the guy lose his life? Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So, you saying you was reading the guy body language. So you think he came in with the intent, or you don't?
I don't think he came with the intent because he didn't carry the weapon like somebody with intent.
Yeah.
Most of the ones, think about it, they carry it in their waist. That's why we always see them pulling up their pants.
Yeah.
Okay? When you see police officers tug at it, when you see us get out our car, we pulling up our duty belt, what we doing? We checking for our weapon. That young man had it concealed in his pocket, but he froze when he saw that man hit his mom. Slow it down, look at it.
I still say we can't go by that, man. by body language. I still say because you don't know you going by language, you don't know what his mindset is.
But I would disagree with that 100%. Because body language tells us everything. And you mentioned you can't see it on a traffic stop, but you can. I hate to say that to you because I'm not in law enforcement anymore, but I promise you, if you replay something in your mind that you just stopped, there was something that he did to make him run. I'm telling you, the sign's always there. That's why they say when people are lying, they look up and to the right or whatever it is. Certain things like that. That is where the body language comes in, and he was in shock.
Jason, so you trying to tell me something? Travis Scott. So you trying to tell me my buddy that got shot a couple months ago in Orangeburg? He told me he said with no signs showing that he got shot in the face and dude drove off. So you trying to tell me with signs being shown that he gonna be shot in the face when he pulled that car over?
No, well, okay, that's 100% different. That's 100% different. That is you going on a traffic stop with someone that has no care in the world. And honestly, a lot of the gangbangers, if you cap a police officer, you're good to go. You're the man. I couldn't hear you, Miller.
For an example.
No, that's not a good example because that is you approaching a vehicle, okay, with someone not a care in the world. I'm talking about like if you make a traffic stop and you have to get the guy out or girl, whatever the case is. If you read their body language, their eyesight, what they're paying attention to, what they're looking at, all those things, it'll tell you if they're going to run. I promise you, it'll tell you if they're going to take off.
I think okay.
I think you're talking about having the time to have some level of interaction to start to get an idea of how they're doing versus an instant,
right.
action.
I think this is where Jason's this is the mix up, Miller. What Jason is saying is this guy that shot the guy in Orangeburg, that shot the trooper in Orangeburg, he already had his mind set up. He already knew what he was going to do before the trooper even got to the car. So his movements were different. This kid, his movements were not, his mind was not made up to go in there and shoot somebody because his mom said, bring the gun. His mindset was based on his body language was because he walked in and he stopped at the door. He stopped at the door. Why? Because he's not used to that type of interaction or confrontation with his mom or probably himself. Now, if he had went in and continued on to the store and continued on, pulled it out and shot the man before the man struck his mom, he deserved to stay where he was. And I'm not, and let me back up on this. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be charged for what he did. He should stand accountable for what happened. Okay, because if he does not, then that shows the world that we can do this and get away with it only because we're 14. No,
okay,
we're not doing that.
Think about the key word you said.
Yeah,
he walked up there.
Right.
He didn't come running in blazing.
Right.
He walked.
He walked up
calmly.
He stopped at the door. He paused, and then when his mom got struck,
he reacted.
He it threw him first. He was shocked. He froze, and then he reacted. Then he went to pull that gun. And like Zeus was saying, he had it inside his hoodie pocket. Who carries a gun in that hoodie pocket? You can't get it out that hoodie pocket. You would normally carry it like you can get it out quick. He struggled 2 or 3 pulls before he got it out that hoodie pocket and went towards that man. Again, where he messed up at and where he should be held accountable is when the man ran off, he continued after the man. That's something that's taught by society, TV, and everything else. That's how he reacted. Now, with that, he needs to be held accountable for that. So people would know that's wrong. At that point, the attack was over, and you call the police and let them handle it. Now, if the man came back hey, that's different. But at that point, he should have stopped when the man left the store and went after him. Now, the other part of it is this, which we don't know because nobody's really talking about that. They're saying that, and that might be TikTok and Facebook talking, where they say the mom grabbed the gun and went back inside to confront people that allowed it to happen. Do we know any truth about that?
I heard about that too. About that, she got upset for people that was laughing at the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Now,
I don't know if it's true or anything.
Yeah, it was people filming and laughing.
Well, see, that's the thing. You know, nobody rendered her any aid. Okay?
Right.
She was left in a vulnerable state. That's a man. That was a man.
Let's not get it twisted. I'm saying I'm not saying the kid was wrong. I would have did the same thing. I see somebody molly-whopping on my mom, man.
Yeah, but like I said, again, let's go back to the say. He walked calmly up there. He didn't know what was going on. Mom said, bring the gun. He brought the wop, but he walked. Like I said, not coming in like we see some of them young game bangers coming in. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? He walked calmly.
I would have ran in there like, what the hell going on?
yeah. See, most of us would. Some of them with our mom, we gonna run. But he walked. He's like, okay, mom, I'm bringing the gun. Like when your mama say, go get my purse.
Right. Oh, but she.
I think we have to put ourselves into his position.
Look, I ain't trying to be funny, but remember we was kids. This how this kid reacted. I ain't trying to be funny, but think about it like this. Remember when your mama said go get the belt, you didn't know what she wanted it for, so you went and got it. You walked in the room real calm and slow with it in your hand, but you see your sister acting up. She said, "Give it here," and you just hand it over.
And that's a point I was going to make. He's 14, so you have to take into account what you would have done at the age of 14, and that's pretty easy to do. We all know that there was many situations we've been in at that young age that we were scared, and I think he was scared. He was like, "What's going to happen? What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, boom! His mom's getting hit. Apparently, he's the man of the house. Okay,
boom,
and he pulls it out. But you're right. He ran after him. Well, okay, because you still hurt my mother, so I want to inflict pain on you that you inflicted on my mother, and that is a maturity perspective. Okay, do I think he should pay for it? I don't think so. I think what Wazoo says, he needs some counseling. We need to address the situation, and he needs counseling for what he did, because I promise you, he is screwed up mentally because he did take someone's life.
Yeah, because
that's no light thing.
Yeah, but they need to change their environment. And that's what problem with a lot of our young youth, single mothers. They need to change the environment. And I know it's easy to say, if you're in the same position you was last year, that's your fault. But I have to retract that and say, look, for the betterment of the child, let's change his environment. Move down south like everybody do. Come down here.
We laughing and joking about the situation, but let's be real. Does that sound normal? You call your child and tell him to get the gun?
And that's why I said maybe he's the man of the house. There's no
in the project, yeah, man. In the project,
but there's no father figure.
Culture said it's normal.
It's normal. Don't mean it's justified.
But
it's not
everybody's normal.
Yeah, right. It's in the projects that's normal, bro. In the projects that's normal.
Right. A lot of times you are your environment.
Yeah, because you think, like you said, how many people in the project now? Everybody in the house know where the gun at.
Mm-hmm.
If you say something,
I was lost.
You talk draw.
Right.
You say that again. We lost.
He said it just like around the projects. If your mama said go get the gun, you know where it's at. It's in the top drawer.
But they know not to touch it. Otherwise, until mama say something.
Yep. Until mama say go get it. Yep. It's just like It's just when I was growing up, Miller, they would all my dad, and my uncle, they would always say it's in the trunk. It's in the trunk by the spare tire if you need it. You know, that I mean, that's just how it is. So yeah, it's normal, and you know, that's just like society now. It's normal. You know, what you said, Jason, is not a maturity thing, is an action, and it's taught by society. Just like this young man was taught by his family and by growing up the way he did in the environment he did to bring the gun. It's taught for them to chase after people. It wasn't normal for us to do that back in the day. If you was whooping on somebody back in the day, or you pull a strap on them and pistol whip them, once they got up and took off, you didn't chase them, you let them go. But society nowadays they'll show you on TV or they'll show you on social media, you know, oh, I got him, keep after him when he's taking off running.
Yeah, but just like you said, when back in the day we got into a fight or somebody pulled a knife, hey, man, that's enough.
Right.
Let that go.
Right.
But now they're not taught to let it go. They taught to continue until it's over.
Yeah. And
even when it's over, it's not over. You've seen, I'm sure all y'all seen the TikToks and the Instagrams, and you know these kids are fighting, and then he hits him with a punch and knocks him out. He's out cold. It's more than obvious, and he continues to stomp on him, you know, and break things, his head, ribs, whatever. And that's got to stop somewhere. But I think at the end of the day, it's a sad situation because 3 lives will forever be changed. I don't care how much counseling you have, you are never going to forget that you took another man's life. Whether he was a criminal or not, you took a man's life. And that is a hard thing. I know a lot of PTSD guys from Saudi Arabia that took a lot of lives and are trying to cope with it every single day. And with you guys in law enforcement, if you've taken a life, you know exactly what I'm saying is the truth. And that child is scarred.
I'm gonna say even the mom, she's gonna have PTSD and she's gonna be scarred. You know why? Think about this, Miller. She ain't think that was gonna happen. She thought she was gonna present a gun and he was just gonna back down. Because you see
that's
that often.
What I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too.
Often. She didn't realize that what happened was gonna happen. Yeah.
But I like what you said because for some fact I have PTSD. I take my medication, but you know what? Nobody asked me. How do I sleep?
Right.
I still see the 2 guys I got the shootout with. Okay. And it still plays in my mind at times. That's why I take my medicine. Man, why you just put the gun down when I ask you to? That's all I asked him. Put the gun down. Now, and I'll tell anybody, I told the young officers, I said, there's no glory in shooting anybody.
No.
We all know bullets do real fucking stuff to people. But, like I said, I did it. Everybody, oh, great shoot. No, it wasn't. I don't take no pride in it. That's why I'm on medication now. You know, because I have to sleep. Because it's times when I don't take my medicine, I sleep. Guess who's showing up in my dreams? Them same 2 guys.
And you know what, Zeus, in law enforcement, that's just not from shooting. That's just the things we see, because I still deal with it, with things I see to the when certain dates come up. I got a date coming up soon in a couple more days about a situation at work, man. This happened like 3 years ago, man. I think about it every time, man. If I pass by the location, I think about it. Sometimes some people don't never ask you, man, you okay? Especially your job. They just want you to just go ahead and continue working like everything normal, like everything we do and see out there is normal.
Hey, like you, Miller, one of the hardest thing, I got a little girl. She was 5 years old. This happened 10 years ago.
You know, in our work, sometimes we don't see that stuff and we can get killed. That can be our last day seeing our families. We might see a certain body language, but people out there perpetrate too. They can pretend. They can pretend like they're not doing anything in their body language, and then next thing you know, bang, we done. So forgive me for getting that's why I got a little emotional about the body language thing, because you was trying to tell me how you know
but
that language is different. But
like you said, we all got different stories. The one, like you said, Miller, the anniversary of the young lady, she got a hold of her dad's gun, 5 years old.
Yeah.
She shot herself. But you know the last with a 45, you know what she said to me before putting her in the ambulance?
Yeah.
She looked at me, she said, Zeus, you're not gonna let me die.
Bro, I remember once I get up, when I went to this dude, he died of starvation on Father's Day, 2007. I never forget it. And cool guy, man. I just talked to him. An hour later, he was dead.
Yeah, like I said, we all got stories of fact, but like I said, back to the subject at hand, I just want that young man to get counseling. I want his mama to get counseling. I want him to be a productive citizen, but that's wishful thinking. But that's something he's gonna have to deal with all
got to
the
work
time.
with.
So, but fellas, it's great meeting y'all. I gotta know how to get on this podcast thing.
Yeah.
Man, you always welcome, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, contributing.
There's no Zeus here for you. And I'll tell y'all one day, Ernest know how I got the name, but I'll tell the rest of y'all one day how I got the name. But I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I look like Debo, but my eye ain't crooked. But I tell you what, anybody want to email me, you can read my email. Real simple. It's protector, the number 4 all at yahoo.com.
Protector all at yahoo.com.
Protector 4 all at yahoo.com. So I'm glad my boy pulled me over. I was on my way home, Hey, I need a wife. Somebody send me somebody to cook.
Tell him that was Shop Talk. That was our last time was on Shop Talk.
I didn't even go to the call. However, I did see a red vehicle in the distance.
That radio down. We ain't supposed to be hearing that on live.
I hit mute.
Yeah. Man. But hey guys, before y'all go, man, I want y'all to do me a favor. When you get a chance, man, we got Brian Mann's got a back to school bash going on the 22nd of this month, and see if you guys can donate just some school supplies on behalf of Shop Talk. I really appreciate it. Just 22nd next month. Yeah, well, 22nd of next month. Just donate some school supplies, paper, pencils, whatever you can donate, man. I'd be greatly appreciated.
All right. Cool.
I thought we were going to talk about Trump today. What happened?
Hey,
because I was ready. I got the guns rolling.
No, the shooting took over Trump. But Miller, Zeus just heard you about the back to school. He said he got some clothing that he want to donate, so I get them from him. And
I get it from a business, and what is the business? They donate to me every year. Last year, I dressed 300 families. They give me pallets of stuff. We just can't use their name. They're a well-known industry. So, fellas, a lot of time I can just get pallets, and we got somewhere to store them. Because my house ain't gonna store them off. Somebody got a good garage. I can get like 3 or 4 pallets and all sizes, shoes, everything, man. Because I grew up poor.
Yeah.
I grew up poor, not poor. The O and the R came later.
So I get his information. We'll you and I, Miller, we'll talk about it. See what we can do.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you on the next one, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all be blessed.
Yeah, click on like and subscribe.
All right.
Still do this rap shit and stand out. My plan's about to minimize the folks holding their hands out. Whether you on the corner bumming or they at your man's house, relying on government funds, crying cause they ran out. It's hard to believe you can receive when you ain't ran routes. When chasing the greed, most people bleed cause it don't pan out. It's time to proceed, so take heed to what your plan's about, so you can grow seeds with no weeds and watch your plans sprout.